let me show you. If you haven't come across these guys, let me show you these guys. As usual, I'm the last twat on the bus, you know. I'm start wearing the flares as everybody stops wearing them. These guys are the TFL guys, which is, I don't know, total fucking lunatics, total freaky losers, total fat lard asses. I don't know. The men that can't get a woman, basically, right? And let me show you the clip from this guy's video, and we'll take it from there.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Dwayne Holloway TV, and I'm your host, Dwayne Holloway, and today's...
Okay, well, usually I just take on people with YouTube channels, not with their own entire fucking TV channel. Or am I misunderstanding things here? Because it just looks like a fat bloke in a hoodie with slightly orangey lighting talking into his webcam. Now, you know, maybe I don't want to make us sound like in the UK like we've got really lofty standards and like we're, you know, a little bit aloof and a little bit aristocratic, but in the UK that really wouldn't class as a TV channel. So I'm just interested to know, have standards slipped so much the other side of the Atlantic that this classes as TV? Listen, this guy goes to the beach. He goes to the beach with a camcorder. Right now, if I went to the beach with a camcorder and a woman started oiling her tits, I'd think, yes, that's what I bought the fucking thing for. Let's start filming, you know, run VT. But no, it really fucking pisses him off. But I want to take this seriously because some people have really focused in on this and really took this fucker to task. I don't want to do that. I want to be a little bit more positive, okay, in the outlook. And I will be. I'm not just saying that. It's not just bullshit, that. But have a listen to what he has to say, and we'll take it from there.
Okay? So we both started noticing something. Then she just stood up, right, and faced us in a way. Sunbathing lotion on her breast area. And then her tummy.
Yes!
And stuff. And I looked at Bill, and Bill looked at me, and we fully understood exactly what she was doing. Okay? Undesirables on the beach. She was stereotyping plus teasing. Because instinctively, she knew, as well as her sisterhood knew.
Okay, this is the point that I want to stop here at, because there's two very, very important points that need to be made here. For a start, we're onto this fucking sisterhood shit. This is like a mirror image of all this patriarchy crap that was going on about a month ago, where it's like all guys working in cahoots. Now it's all women. They're all part of some secret fucking society. They're all working together, aren't they? Trying to do down men or do down certain men. And it's all bullshit, because in life, basically, it's everybody for themselves. Sure, we form allegiances and alliances, but we do it with our friends and our family. We don't do it just on the basis of gender. We certainly don't have things with several billion people all kind of somehow working in cahoots. It just doesn't work like that. You know, I know as a man just how much men strive to stab other men in the back at every touch and turn, and women are women's own worst enemies 9 times out of 10. If anybody's going to do a woman down, it's usually another fucking woman. So just forget about that. But what I'm more interested in is what actually happened. And you know, you've got this perception here that this woman had done this to kind of rub your fucking nose in it. And you know what? It's absolutely possible that she was, because some women are absolute bitches, and you know, I've done stuff in my life. I've done some nasty things, and I've done some things which I look back at it and I think I shouldn't really have done that. That wasn't particularly helpful. It wasn't particularly nice. You kind of rubbed somebody's nose in it there. And it's absolutely possible that that's what she did. She thought, big fat bloke, probably on his own, probably hasn't got a relationship, he'd probably love to screw the arse off me. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get up and I'm going to rub my little titties and I'm going to rub my little belly, and it's going to make him feel all the worse. But if she did that, it's just her that did that. There's no collusion going on. There's no conspiracy going on. It's just one person doing what people do, which is acting an absolute fucking bastard. It happens. fucking get over it. And the reason you have to get over it is that if you don't get over it, the person who's going to suffer is you. Because whenever you've got that fucking great chip on your shoulder, it's holding you back. You need to look past it. Let's listen to a little bit more of what you've got to say, because it gets a little bit dicey towards the end, doesn't it?
And at the same time, you create your own killers because of how you treat people out here, both women and men both, out here in our global society. And if people don't stop this shit, well, as Bill and myself and Big Boss Calvin and everybody else has been saying, you create your own killers. The more you treat people, the more shit you dump on them, you're going to create your own killers.
Okay, so as Bill himself and Big Boss Calvin and everybody else, it's not just him and Bill and fucking Big Boss Calvin, no, it's every fucker else. In fact, it's hard to know who he's actually talking to, because everybody, it appears, is in agreement with him. You know, the strange thing about this, and it's really fucking strange, is how you can hold people responsible for things done from people they've never even met or never even heard of. You know, let me tell you something, fucking Dwayne Holloway. You know, I'm going to start a little club, and it's going to be the Lion Nose Bopping Club. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go round to lions and I'm going to bop the twats right in the fucking nose. And you know what? There's every chance that I might get bitten and eaten by a lion because of it. But you know what? If you get bitten and eaten by a lion because of it, do you know what? You're just as much to blame as I am, because you're a bloke. And for some fucking reason, even though you've never met me, you're responsible for my lion bopping antics. How mad and bizarre and radical and fucked up is that? It's pretty bizarre, radical and fucked up. I'm sure you'd agree, Dwayne. So look, this woman has maybe took the piss out of you a little bit on the beach. I'm with you on that, my friend. You know, it's a bit out of order. You don't really deserve that kind of shit. But the only person who is responsible for that shit is the woman that gave you the shit. You know, it's not all women, or it's not all people with the same hair colour or the same eye colour, or all people whose surname starts with the same letter, or all people with the same sign of the zodiac, or all people who drive the same make of car. It just doesn't fucking work like that. She gave you the shit. She's responsible for it. You can't blame women who have never even met her before. This conspiracy doesn't exist. It's in your mind. And what it's doing is it's holding you back because you're so fucking screwed up by it. Okay, look, I'm just going to bring it down a level now, because people have accused you of being a future rapist and a future killer, and I find that vaguely, well, it's not ridiculous, it's unfair. We both live in countries where you're innocent until proven guilty, and fucking hell, there hasn't even been a crime committed yet, so it's a little bit unfair, I think, to level that at you. But look, you know, and this goes not just for you, but for Bill and Big Bob Wobbly Dog 23 or whatever you said he was called. You know, you've got to be holding yourselves back with this. You say about people creating their own killers. Who's creating their own killer? You know, are you responsible for my lion nose bopping? Are you responsible for Osama bin Laden's terrorism just on the back that we're all blokes? Of course you're not. You're not creating your own killers when I do something or when Osama bin Laden does something. So stop grouping all women together. A nice, kind, friendly, respectful woman is not responsible for what this woman did on the beach. I've got to point that out to you, because until you realise that, the person that you're holding back is yourself. And you're not doing yourself any favours. And I know this message might not be well received by you, but if you just fucking think about it and fuck off for a week and think about it a little bit more, maybe it might just temper your position and it might actually help you a little bit. Because I have to say that 99% of the world's population are not seeing it from your point of view, and that's got to tell you something. Surely that's got to tell you something. Well, listen, Dwayne, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening to this video, and I hope you think on what I've said. Take care.